Hi everybody, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm here today to guide you through a Tabata DESKERCISE edition class. So all you need for today's class is either a desk or a counter that you can lean on. I recommend if you have a hard-backed, non-rolling chair, that's an option, and if not, you can also make use of a couch if you happen to have one nearby, if you still find yourself in that amazing hybrid work from home atmosphere. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. You don't need any equipment today. However, if you happen to have a stretchy band, or if you have some weights and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can go ahead and grab those. It's going to be a quick 30-minute workout, so we're not going to have a water break, but I do encourage you to have some water nearby. In fact, I'm going to lead by example. Go grab myself a glass of water, and then we can get started. Great. Okay. So we're going to get started actually sitting in the chair today. But I encourage you to come to the front of your chair, so at the front edge of your chair, and your feet are firmly planted on the floor. I've got a 90-degree angle at my legs. Take a moment here to find some length through the crown of your head. Take a little engagement of your abdominal core. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Find some weight of your elbows hanging heavy towards the floor. And up to you if you have your palms facing down or palms facing up towards the ceiling. Take just a couple breaths right here. Just letting go of whatever it was that you were just working at your desk. I promise it's going to be there later, but we don't need to think about that right now. This is you time to get some movement, to feel good. And whether you're here for the full 30 minutes or you're just taking it 4 minutes of work at a time, I want to thank you so much for coming. All right, so staying at the edge of our chairs, we're going to do a gentle little sun salutation just to warm our bodies up. So keeping those feet firmly planted on your inhale, bring your arms up overhead. On your exhale, we're going to swan dive down, bringing belly towards thighs, fingers float down towards the floor. Inhale, bring your hands towards your thighs, come up, do a half lift. Find some length through the crown of your head, through your spine, and exhale. Belly and fingertips back down towards the floor. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up. One vertebrae at a time. Arms come up overhead, and exhale. Hands, palms come right to the heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. You can look up, start to get that stretch in your neck. Belly in tight as you exhale. Forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Find some length. Shoulders pull away from ears. Exhale. Back down to your forward fold. Inhale. Chin to chest as you roll yourself up. Palms come up overhead. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Again, inhale up. Feet are still firmly planted. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll yourself up. One more time. Palms come up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Just stay here. Breathe through it. All right, go ahead and relax your arms down by your side. Let's get those abs gently engaged. So cross your hands, palms over your chest, palms at your opposite shoulder. We're going to go for a little bit of a crunch here. So just working those upper abs, upper ribs as a gentle little movement. Exhale for it, and then inhale to lift up. So exhale, just working to find a little roll in your front side. I bet you can. And that might be enough for you. With just a little squeeze, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Just that little squeeze, and we can make it more by exhaling to bring our knee up towards that elbow. Let's go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. Really use that breath. 4. Keep that core pulled in tight. 3, 2, 1. Great work. Let's come on up to our feet. Give yourself a couple shoulder rolls. I'm going to move my chair gently to the side to give myself some more space because we're going to need it for this next move. Give yourself a couple gentle kicks forward. And if balance is a challenge for you, you can always hold on to either your non-rolling chair or to the desk or countertop that you might have nearby. All right, let me show you what's going to happen for move number 1. We're going for extra super duper Tabata today. So I'm increasing the length of time for the circuit and decreasing the rest time by just a teeny bit. Normally when we do our super Tabatas, we get 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest, but today we're gonna do 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. However, if you find you need an extra break, take that break, take some breath, and come back in when you can. Let me show you what's going on. First round, we'll do without the band, just to get used to the movement. All right, so we're going for a little side raise, and then a squeeze towards the back. Did you see my body moving too much while I did that? Nope, so I'm not reaching to the side so much that your body is rocking and rolling everywhere. And again, you can use that chair to help you. You're gonna be squeezing those glutes and using your adductors, yes, on those inner outer thighs just a little bit. We're gonna do 4 times on this side, then we're gonna do 4 times on the other side. I want you to find that nice steady pace. Let's go ahead and begin. So shoulders rolled down and back, belly pulled in nice and tight, out to the side, squeeze and glute, bringing it behind you. Now if you don't need to hold on to the chair, you can always work to find a little bit extra balance here. Make sure you're not locking out that standing leg, so there's a slight bend in your knees, shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. I want you to count how many reps that you're getting in this 45 seconds, and think about out to the side and back behind you as being 1. Keep going, keep breathing. You got this. 5 more seconds. Nice work. All right, I'm going to quickly throw this band on if you have one too. We're going to have the band towards our ankles here, and if not, you're still getting some great work without it. Are you ready? Shake it out if you need to, and let's go ahead and begin. How many reps did you get on that first set? I got 10, so my goal is to continue, especially now that I put this band on my legs, to get those 10 reps in. Make sure you're not locking this knee out. So slight bend in the knee, equally pressing throughout your foot, so not too much weight in the front, not too much weight in the back. You're still breathing, still nice, tall, long, and strong. Probably starting to feel a little bit of challenge and soreness in this stabilizing leg as well. It's very normal. Ready for a break? Me too, shake it out. We got 2 more times through. So we're still getting lots of work within our stabilizing leg, even while we're moving the glute and getting that a little bit of ab and adduction right here. Ready for round 3? Begin to the side and to the back. Keep breathing. I know you can hear mine. Make sure that you're not so stressed or tensed by this move that your shoulders are creeping up towards those ears. Remember, if you need to stop for a second, take an extra break, maybe give yourself a little massage to feel better. We're gonna get 1 more time through On this side, just keep breathing, keep moving the best that you can. So this is also a move that you could totally do the next time that you're in a meeting, especially if you're standing behind your chair. I will show you. No one really has to know what you're doing if you're standing behind your chair and you have the screen towards the upper part of your body. So particularly if you're just listening in and participating, it could look just like this, but from the belly button up. So you just look like someone who's maybe taking advantage of a standing desk. I'm a big advocate for marching in place in general. If you can during a meeting, starting to feel the soreness in the stabilizing leg. We're more than halfway there, y'all. But the good news, bad news is as soon as we can reset this timer, we're gonna start again on the opposite leg. So getting that heart rate up just a little bit by decreasing that rest time between intervals. However, we made it. If this is brand new to you, I'm gonna take the band off for round one just to do the same thing on one side that I did on the other. If this is new to you and you wanna take a shorter interval, that's okay too. I got my hand on my desk. Oh yeah, shake it out, grab that quick sip of water if you need to. I'll take one too. You're ready for the other side in 3, 2, 1, begin. So once again, taking a slight bend in that stabilizing leg and out to the side and back in. Both sides of the body are not the same. So you're just doing the best that you can with the range of motion that you have for this side of the body for this round today. Are you counting how many reps you're getting in? I hope you're thinking about that while keeping that belly drawn in, that bending your knee, that equal pressure through your feet, and those nice relaxed shoulders. So much to do while also still breathing. I bet you're doing great. 3 seconds left. Awesome, shake it out. Oh, it feels so good to just get up, get away from the desk a little bit, away from the computer. Bringing those cool marches to the party. Here we go, round 2. So notice what's happening with your ankle right here, and if you find that you're having some trouble with your stability, I would much rather you bring a hand to your desk. And you don't have to have a super strong grip on your desk. Maybe you're just working on really using that core and even just having the gentle touch of a finger down on the desk for a little bit more stability. So working your way up from that hand palm to really help you, to just a finger, to maybe even just hovering with that hand by the desk as you work towards building that core strength, that balance. Ooh, feeling it. Take a break. Awesome. We're halfway through this leg. We just got 2 more times. We're going to switch to a little upper body work after this. Here we go. As you can see, I like to take a little bit of movement between those breaks because I know maybe it's just me, but if I just completely stop moving, I am a true example of an object in motion stays in motion and an object at rest stays at rest, because I could just start standing here if I wasn't doing this video and I would like look at the floor. Who knows what I would find myself distracted by, but I really love using these timers, just like I love making the time for myself by inputting my workouts into those Outlook calendars. You get that 15-minute reminder before, you get the reminder when it's time to work out. Ooh, shake it out. And it keeps reminding you in case you need to dismiss it or check it out for a little bit later. Just hit the X and it reminds you later. Don't forget to work out. I like that. All right, last time around, y'all, you ready? Begin. So out to the side and back behind you. Do you still have that bend in your knee? Do you still have that core nice and tight? So I think balance really is a lot easier too when you're controlling your breath and you find that one spot to focus your eyes. Because if your eyes are moving all around and your head is moving all around, it's going to challenge that balance a lot more, which is a great thing to think about, you know, as you get a little bit more advanced. Oh, I forgot to put the band back on. As it gets a little bit easier, I promise I'm still feeling it though. Honestly, I hurt my leg this weekend. Oh, we made it. So I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful for this other leg that's seen better days, unfortunately. All right, so next up, we're going to do a little combo move. We're gonna have an A exercise, we're gonna have a B exercise, we're gonna hit the upper body, and the great news is that we only are gonna have time together to get each of them 2 times. If you want to get a little bit more upper body focus, hit rewind, do this circuit a second time through. So the first move that we're going to do is going to be a push-up. But you don't have to get down on the floor, because I know that if you're doing some deskercise and you're dressed for work, that might not be an option. So you can always use a wall if you need to, or you can simply use your desk or the back of a chair to go over some great push-ups. However you decide to do your push-ups, focus on rolling those shoulders down and back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, keeping that belly drawn in nice and tight. That's gonna move number 1. Move number 2 is gonna be dips. So you can make dips easier by keeping your knees bent. And you can do this against a table or on the couch or anything else, bending those elbows and pushing through the hands palms. If you want to make it harder, you can extend those legs out in front of you. I'm not going to extend my legs out in front of me because I hurt myself. But you're going to do whatever feels right for you. Let's start off with those push-ups. I'm going to do a round 1 against the chair because I found that to be a little bit harder. Are you ready? We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So you can make these upright push-ups as easy as you want to, or harder, depending on how close you are to the object that you're pressing against. I'm hanging out pretty close right now because I also want to be really mindful of my calf, which I've hurt. But the more that you step away is obviously going to put a little bit more challenge into that upper body, and I think I can do that for myself. We got 15 seconds left right here. Keep that back nice and engaged. Work that chest here too. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're gonna switch it up, coming over here for these dips. And you might have noticed I gave myself a tricep inspired push-up by having my elbows down as opposed to having those elbows being in line with the shoulders, which is a little more shoulder focused. All right, so releasing down, elbows pointing behind you, and then pressing through your hands palms. Really focus on pushing through those hands palms and working to engage the tricep here, and not just bending your knees and straightening your legs and keeping the focus more through your glutes. Because we've only got 1 time through each side. Find that gentle gaze with your eyes in front of you, keeping that chin neutral to your chest. Ooh, I did some upper body work yesterday, and this is hard right now. How about for you? The great news is we are halfway through the whole workout, everyone. All right, coming back to those push-ups. I really want you to challenge yourself one more time. Maybe you can even open the windows. No, you can't really see me, but it's okay. Go. You shouldn't really be looking at me. I hope you're keeping the focus on you. Working to bring your chest all the way to the surface that you are pushing up on. We're getting that full range of motion, and if you're looking for more of a range of motion, step those legs back further or lower yourself down to a lower surface. You can do these incline push-ups on the seat of your chair, and I say you because personally I cannot. Solid 2022 goals though, right? Start thinking about those SMART goals right now. Awesome. We got one more time through for these dips. Dip, dip, dip. Ready? Set those hands up, set your feet up, and begin. So if you don't happen to have a rolly chair, you can do this move on the floor as well, bringing your hands behind you. Easiest version is keeping your glutes on the floor. Slightly more challenging is lifting those glutes up off of the floor, coming into tabletop. And if you want to get weird with it, you can crab walk around, because crab walking is also going to work your triceps. And sometimes moving a little bit more can be a good distraction and make it more fun. I like a good crab walk. I also like a good crab walk, extra dip, and then giving yourself a single leg toe tap, but I can't bring that toe tap to the party tonight. But maybe you did. All right. Yay, shake it off. Let's stand on up. Let me tell you about move number 3 while I reluctantly close the curtain. Oh, I miss sunlight, everyone. Okay, move number 3 is going to be a squat, and we're going to use our chair to help us for a squat. And if you happen to have a rolly chair and you can't use it for help, you can use your desk to just help you to really work towards the idea of sitting your glutes in or just gently touching your rolly chair and then pressing up through the heels. So you're going to work to keep your chest lifted so you're not squatting down and intentionally bringing your belly towards your thighs. I like to think of it like when you're a maid to someone in school and they would go to sit back and you would pull the chair away from them and they're still reaching for the chair. So that's going to be us today, still reaching for the chair. If you happen to have a band, you can always put that band around your upper thighs. This happens to be not the best band for that upper thigh work, but I want to bring you an option to bring your upper body into the party. So whether or not you have weights, if you have the band, we're going to squat down. You can always stand up and give yourself a single shoulder press, squat, opposite arm shoulder press, or you can do the same thing with weights. So I'm going to start off using this band, keeping it nice and easy. So stand in front of your chair. If you're going to touch your bum to it, we're just touching our glutes towards the edge of the chair and then pressing up through the heels. 45 seconds to work, 15 seconds to rest in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So if you're a beginner, maybe you have your hands at your waist and you truly are sitting down and then you're pressing up through the heels to lift up. Otherwise, you can still have your hands at your waist. Work to really sit back carefully and press through those heels, or bringing your hands at your chest. Or maybe you have your hands at your shoulders, or you're ready to use the band in your hand for a little single shoulder press. So as you work to really reach back and sit in that chair, I want you to sit down as carefully and quietly as possible. Yay, we made it. All right, I'm just gonna take a second while we're here. I'm gonna open one hip up, get a little stretch in during this 15-second break. 3, 2, 1, and plant those feet. Let's begin again. So another opportunity that you have while using this chair is to practice if squats are easy for you and you're like, Jessica, you are wasting my time right now, which you're wrong. We're never wasting our time if we're working on staying engaged and doing some quality work, is to go for a single leg squat. So kicking one leg out, keeping it extended in front of you, and working to squat yourself down and then just pressing up through the opposite leg. And you can still give yourself a nice little overhead press of some sort. I'm just gonna stay banded right here. Oh, it feels good. All right, so shake it out. You got 2 more times. Now you notice you have some opportunities. You can bring yourself those presses. You can even bring weights to the party. You can give yourself that single leg squat. Begin. Ooh, too close to the chair. So worst case scenario is you just fall right back down into your chair. Really press through those heels to lift yourself up. Maybe you give yourself a little pulse here at the bottom. A little halfway lift, and then repress up towards the top. Really engage those quads just a little bit more. So I promise we got one more move. Take a break. And we're gonna engage those quads big time. Finding that hip opener right here. One more round of squats at the desk, deskercise. Look at us, we're so awesome, y'all. I know you look great at home. We're taking this 30 minutes to just eliminate any excuses. So whether or not you even have weights in your hands, you can still find this nice big reach. Find some length in your body. Ooh, for a big overhead press. Imagine like you're pushing the ceiling away with your knuckles. Get a little bit more of isometric work happening. When there is a will, there is a way. You just got to challenge yourself. We can be creative to see the change and be the change that we want to see in our bodies. Oh my gosh, we made it, y'all. All right, I'm gonna move these weights out of the way for our last move of the day, which is going to be alternating forward lunges. I don't know about you, but forward lunges are not my favorite, and they are not my most graceful lunge either. If you happen to have a band and you want to challenge yourself a little extra, you're going to put the band around your thighs. Now, I'm dealing with the janky band right now, so that is not going to work for me, but just making sure you know it's an option. So we're going to alternate with our forward lunge, round one, stepping that leg forward. We're not going for a giant forward lunge. So I'm stepping my leg forward, and my back knee is coming close towards my heel. So it's kind of a mix between a lunge and a single leg squat. I know, I'm a horrible person who's making us do something similar to squats 2 times in a row, but we're gonna alternate. We're gonna do it in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we go, step it forward. Oh yeah, you can use that chair to help you for balance. Press up through your front heel and then bring those legs together. Step it forward, lunge down, press through your front heel, and lift. So you can see I'm not rushing through this movement. I'm really taking the time to focus on how I'm picking myself up carefully and not just pressing through that back leg the whole time. Whoop. That's why the chair is there. All right, so you can probably imagine that holding some weights right here at your shoulders, or even just holding some weights, take a break, down by your side can make this move a little bit more challenging if you're ready to progress away from using the chair. Let's talk about another way we can make it more challenging, and that is to be pulsing it out. We're gonna do just one leg. 3, 2, step it forward. So we're gonna come on down. We're just gonna pulse it out. Teeny little pulses right here until you get to the point where you need to take a break. And if you reach that point, you're just gonna stand up for a second and then you're gonna come right back down into it. Worst case scenario, you're sticking with this just single leg lunge. It's hitting just a little bit differently while we're taking the step forward out. Keep that chest up. You can still have your hand on your awesome chair or on your desk. Oh, I'm feeling the burn. Oh my gosh, come on timer. 5 seconds left, 4, 3, finish strong down here with me. We made it, awesome. Oh, shake it out for just a second. You know what's coming up, it's that other leg. Go ahead, step 1 foot forward. Let's get ourselves set up and begin. So I'm just being a little bit more careful. I can't go down quite as much on this side. Today, but hopefully by being mindful for my body, I'll be able to get back to a little bit more of an intense workout for myself later. I still think that these lunges are challenging, whatever depth it is that you're going down to, whether you're using the chair or not. But remember, you're trying to get that pulse to the party, whether it's 1 pulse, 2 pulse, 5 pulses, or just sticking with this single leg lunge. Oh, shake it out. All right, we got one more time through. Let's revert back to alternating, but you can still bring a pulse to your alternating in 3, 2, 1. So back to the balance challenge of that forward lunge, pulsing it down. Ooh, at the bottom. Pulse, pulse, lift, step it together. Awesome. Adding an extra pulse each time we go through. This is our last move, everyone. Then we'll get a really quick little stretch. Final 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, we made it. Awesome. Kick one foot out and then the other. Give yourself a couple gentle little shoulder rolls here in one direction and then in the opposite direction. While we're standing, and since we just worked in, let's take a nice stretch of our quads. So with your hands on your chair or on your desk, firmly plant one foot down. We're going to grab the top of the opposite foot. Go ahead, bring those 2 knees together as much as you can. And I like to really intentionally point my knee down towards the floor. So to find the opening of your hip in this quad stretch, it's important to bring those 2 knees in one line. Relax your shoulders down. Take a lift of your chest and maybe even gently start to point your knee behind you. Then you get to open that hip and feel the stretch in your quad. You could even squeeze your glute to emphasize it a little bit more, and using the chair can help you to balance through your standing leg for 3, 2, 1. Change. Switch out other side. Feel free to use that chair for balance if you want. Work to bring those 2 knees together. Take that slight squeeze of the glutes. Pushing hips forward opens up that front hip, stretching your knee down and back. Brings a stretch into the quad, so get them both. We're limited on together time. Awesome. Change. Let's come on down to the chair. I want to remind you that I've already shown you a great hip opener that you can do, once again, sitting at the edge of your chair, working to stretch the outside of your knee to the floor. And this is a stretch that you can do as we finish the video as well, and that you can bring to yourself throughout the day. Same as with the opening stretches that we did, a little seated version of a sun salutation. Let's go ahead and get that motion again. Inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. We're gonna hang out down here this time. So really think about tucking your chin to your chest. Find some rounding of that upper back. And go ahead, heel toe your feet wider apart. Transfer your hands to your thighs. Drop one shoulder forward. Oh, that feels so great. Go ahead, switch. Other shoulder comes forward. You can give yourself some cat-cows right here. So tucking your chin towards your chest. Lifting yourself up. And then think about throughout your day, bringing your hand to the chair behind you, getting a nice little spine twist in, finding some length through the crown of your head. And as you're ready, switch into the opposite side. Go ahead, start to slow that breath down once more. Drop your ear to one shoulder, roll your chin through the center, drop your ear to the other shoulder. And just Think about all the possibilities of movement, of stretches with your arms, of kicks and fun and silly things you can do with your legs, of just twisting it out. And thanks so much for coming, y'all, today for our Tabata DESKERCISE edition. I hope you had a great time. If you happen to have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Can't wait to see you all again on Wednesday live for Core and More. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.